them off.
Last chance. Go while you're able.
Hello? Is that you? Or somebody else? Oh God, now I sound like an idiot. It's always isolation. Forgive the surprise, but I detected the power surge there. Look, that bunker you're in. I presume Garrow has been poking around there for something. Well, I need you to do something for me. That place contains the most recent experimental data from the site. It's vital that we get our hands on it. There should be a console. Transfer what data you can from the memory banks onto a tape. Let me see. Yes. The command gen move should do it. Bring the tape to me when you're done. Or I'll no longer be able to help you. Good luck.
Please speak your command. Command accepted. The gen error process is irreversible. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Proceeding with gen error. Memory bank damage. Scrap.
We don't know you.
Hey?
Go or die, heretic. You are pushing your luck.
Hang on a minute.
Off with you. You'll regret it.
the system reported that you ran the command as I asked. Thank you. Reliability is the greatest of virtues, I often say. Yes, you did. And forgive my lack of candor in not telling you that would happen. I had to make sure that data didn't fall into the wrong hands, you see. So, it's all gone now. They sealed this place off and tried to forget it. Perhaps it's best it remains forgotten. Believe you me, there are some things about which the average citizen is much happier to remain in happy ignorance. In a world bristling with H-bombs, they have plenty of more immediate matters to concern them. Now look, we're not far off being able to leave. And since you've done good work, well, if you've any questions, you can ask them now. What is it you want to know? While we were mining at the Oberon site, something was uncovered. Some sort of fungus. Not of this world. It seemed benign, or at least not malignant. So we took a sample of it to the medical lab to run some tests. We soon discovered it produced intriguing cognitive advantages when inoculated in small doses. It was some months before we realized its negative effects. We might have continued to study it, developed remedial measures, but for the disaster at the Oberon site. A few days after that were chaos, until a full quarantine protocol was enacted. We drilled a little too deep at the Oberon site. The materials gathered from there were essential to our robotics development, so rapid extraction was of paramount importance. How could we have foreseen what would happen? We exposed Oberon's core, and with it, a massive release of energy. And much more of the biological matter inside was released. The protocol was enacted almost immediately after. Exposing the core also seems to be the cause of the interference field around the site. Soon the zone was completely shut off to the outside world. Now. Oberon turned out to be very much a Pandora's box in reverse. Full of good things, and one very bad one. It's a meteorite, you see. Fell to Earth in Shakespeare's time, but remained buried until shortly after the war. Its shell was thick and yielded a mineral we call oberite, an astonishing material. It allowed us to make the most amazing leaps forward in electronics. I mean, just look at this place. The computers we built were generations ahead of the best machines of anywhere else. Robotics came next, and even some forays into synthetic intelligence. But, oh well. Then we dug too deeply into Oberon in a very literal sense. And that was when we had to enact the quarantine protocols. We had no choice. The escape plan. Very well. As all of this started with Oberon, I'm afraid that's also where we must finish it. You must get to Oberon itself, down beneath the power plant. Once there, use the mining equipment to extract a sample of the core. That's all you need to do. Extract a sample and bring it back to me. Then I shall get us both out of here. Whatever arrived on this Earth with Oberon is pervasive and tenacious. There's no destroying it without understanding it. the restoration of power to this place has allowed me to retrieve some fascinating data. It now appears inarguable that Oberon itself is the source of the interference field that shrouds the zone. And the best outcome for this area is that the quarantine and interference field remain in place. As long as the equilibrium of the quarantine zone is maintained, I believe it will keep this marvelous and terrible thing frozen indefinitely. So you must extract a sample, but leave Oberon otherwise untouched. Do that, and we can escape. Consider my offer. It is your only way out of here. One more thing. Tinker too much at the Oberon site, and you'll set events in motion that cannot be reversed. Be sure you are fully prepared before you go there.
Excellent work. It is time for us to exit stage left. I'm waiting by the evacuation tunnel. You'll find it in my office in the robotics laboratory. Bring the meteorite sample with you, and we can leave this horrible place.
You're here. I see you found me well enough. Now, give me that sample and we can leave. Splendid. Indeed, let us be gone. This way, quickly. There's plenty of research for us to be getting on with.
You freed Diane Garrow from the protocol and even agreed to fetch a sample of the very living heart of Oberon. Dr. Garrow seems very pleased with that sample. One hopes she remembers her part of the bargain. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon lives. The status quo maintained. But you took a sample that may push the balance one way or the other in the future. The quarantine remains, and the walls stand strong. For the moment, at least.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep.
Explosive on 4 armed.
heathens. There is no escape from what you are. Without the voice, there is no escape from that small world inside your skull. Live your life. Done, fool? You tried to destroy us? You think you can escape with one of the other heathens? There is no escape from what you are. Without the voice, there is no escape from that small world inside your skull.
Are you a threat?
You are offered the gift, and you spurned it. You will never be offered it again. If you will not be with the voice, you will only feed the soil. And that is all that awaits you. Leave here or die.
Leave here or die.
Be you a threat?
You're still alive. I'd like to imagine it's you listening to this. Not some gruesome thing. The interference field is fading. There's an extraction on the way, and I've gone to meet it. I'm including the coordinates in this transmission. Come and find me, and we can finally get out of this awful, awful place. Oh, and don't forget the airport sample.
Best stay alert.
We don't know what you intend.
Leave here or die.
Just calm
Something
down,
prowling around down
Come
there.
on in, sunshine. Yeah, that's right.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? You're here! Now, there is the small matter of the Casterfeld Dam data store. Did you retrieve the data tape as I asked? What? You went to all the trouble of powering up the place? But you didn't get the tape? And how am I supposed to believe that? I mean, in all honesty, why should I believe a word you say? Oh. But perhaps you took the data anyway. Perhaps. You have it on you right now. Understand me. I will kill you for it. It's worth far more to me than keeping you alive. Oh, fine. I suppose I must trust you. I have little choice in the matter, after all. I still need you for this plan to work. But don't let me down again. Do you hear me? Next time won't end well for you. And here is your chance to redeem yourself. I do hope you brought the extracted sample with you. My people will be ever so grateful, believe me. Now, where's the sample? Once that's safely stowed, we can go. Excellent. Now let's get out of here. Sorry about that, but you'll live. My friends just want a little chat first. Well, more like a debrief, really. Actually, it's probably more like an interrogation.
You chose to trust Joyce Tanner and to help her. You kept your side of the bargain. You took a sample of Oberon and gave it to her. No small task. Now she has summoned her mysterious friends, whoever they are. You can all escape together, I'm sure. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, and the Windscale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep.